like the interview itself, do you remember some of the questions you were asked?
Yeah, vividly. So in my own interview, because I had like before I went, I had kind of like created, I think a 50 section of it. You don't understand how desperately I needed to be here.
You really wanted it. Please, I hope as we are watching this, you are catching the fire from Amaka
People
because
don't understand. Please,
she's
if you have
emanating
anything,
passion.
just really like fold your sleeves unless you don't want it. And I tell people like it depends on how badly you want this thing. I created like a 50 page, not 50 page, like 50 questions. Yeah. It spread like up to like 8 pages. But like, and now due to the questions I usually ask people and their own responses from the experiences that they have, real experiences, I was kind of like jotting down repetitive questions that would come, you know, I was jotting them down. That was why I was able to create those questions. Then I created that question. I think I shared it online. I think on my LinkedIn, it's on my LinkedIn.
Okay.
And then, yeah. And then the question that I was finally asked, I think it was about 3 to 4 questions. He was like, so why are you going to Northern Illinois University? And then I answered, I'm going there for my master's in communication, blah, 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 blah. And then he asked me, so why this school? Why not other schools? So I kind of told him like exactly what I explained earlier. I was like, I do have admission from other schools, but what set this one apart for me is that my tuition is already waived 100%, and the cost of living was really lower than national average, which is true. So for me, I just feel like I'm going to be taking more for less. You know, if I'm going to be getting master's degree, I'm paying less for it. That is a huge plus for me. I also referenced my relationship. Yeah. So I also referenced my relationship with my advisor, my program coordinator. I was like, these are, so I think, no, one big answer that I gave, that was when he started nodding, was like, I talked to him about like how communication, which is true. As at that time, before artificial intelligence, my school, my advisor who supervised my thesis was actually one of the few professors in the United States who were doing like AI in communication before the whole chat GPT thing blew up. So I was like, the way that a lot of schools treat communication, even in Nigeria and outside of Nigeria, were basically from the traditional perspective of communication, which is human to human interaction. But my own interest in communication is in human technology. We call it human machine communication. Basically, how people communicate through technology and with technology, the way that we are communicating right now. So, and it's very few schools that do that in the United States. Even almighty Harvard don't have that, you know? So I didn't say that, but like I kind of like communicated that to him. He was like, oh, really? And then I also used, because he was typing, I was like, the way you're typing on your laptop, that is a form of communication because you're sending a message to your laptop and it's bringing out a prompt to you. We don't really study that type of communication because, you know, he was like, wow. Like he was really interested.
That's so good.
Yeah, he was really interested. Wow. And then he was like, so what do you currently do? I was like, oh, I serve as a teacher and I teach English language. That upon my return, I am looking forward to taking up a role in my alma mater, because I used to work in my school as an admin assistant. Yeah. So I said that I have had previous employment there, that I also want to go there at least to improve the curriculum. Because now, listen, we are doing communication from the traditional perspective. So if I learn this thing, it's going to help me improve our curriculum so that we can be at par with the rest of the world. So he was really impressed. And then the next question he asked was like, how am I going to pay off my deficit? Because remember, I do have deficits. The only thing away from me was tuition. And then I had like, my tuition was about 13,000. My whole cost of attendance was about 30,000. So I do have personal funds of $10,000. That's at that time. So, and then my family funds was like around 7,000.
Okay, to make up the 17.
Yes. So I told him like, within the past 6 years of being out of school, I've been saving towards this. You know, that was why I'm able to kind of like save up $10,000, and the remaining $7,000 will be coming from my dad, you know. And then I told him what my dad does, his investments. That also kind of like shows home tie.
Yes.
So during that whole interview process, I feel like I kind of like came up with TIF. So, or let me say ITF. So that ITF acronym, I used to say the I stands for intent. So this is what you want to demonstrate at the embassy. I is for intent. So you have to show them that you have genuine intention of coming to that particular embassy or going to the United States. And that is where they're going to ask you about your school or everything. Then the T is for home ties. Do you want to come back home? Or after this, do they want to know that you are going to come back home? That is why sometimes they will ask people, how many families do you have? Do you understand? That is somehow showing that you are doing home ties. There's some kind of home ties somewhere that you want to demonstrate. Then the F for me is finance. How are you going to finance your education? Do you understand? So that is the 3 acronyms I usually tell people. If you can find a way to furnish those questions to demonstrate ITF, or let me say FIT, FIT.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're a good fit for the visa.
Yes, make sure you're a good fit. But that fit, finance, intent, and home ties. Yes, you should be good to go.
That was a short clip from the full interview. If you enjoyed this video, then smash the subscribe button. When you subscribe, it motivates us to find other stories like this that makes your journey easier. So again, hit the subscribe button. To watch the complete interview, click this video next so you can get other tips and hacks that were shared. I'll see you there.